Hello, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how you can easily color grade your photos or how you can easily color grade your outdoor photos in Photoshop. So we are just going to be focusing more on color grading this very image when it comes to Photoshop. And if at all you want to download this image to practice and follow along, simply check the links in the description of this very video. So let's just get started with the color grading video. So you're just going to come and import the raw image into Photoshop. So right click and come to open with, and I'll choose Photoshop 2025 because that's what I want to use for this kind of tutorial. So the very first thing we have to do is first of all analyzing and looking at the image that we want to color grade in this first step. So the very first thing we are going to do, we're just going to correct the highlights of this very image by simply coming to where you see highlights and take the highlights down to get back information in the highlights, and we can counter that by also taking the whites down. But when you do this oftentimes it tends to make the image dark, so we are going to come and slightly open up the exposure of the image around just a tiny bit. So after doing this, we're just going to come to the shadows, slightly open up the shadows and take the blacks down. Come to where you see contrast and add some contrast to this very image. So this tends to make the image look a little bit oversaturated. So we're just going to come to the saturation right here and simply slightly take down the saturation of this very image just a tiny bit, around -5 is okay. So you can say before and after. So after you have done this, the next thing is going to be going straight into the other color grading process, which is done in the color mixer in Camera Raw. So we're just going to scroll down to color mixer. Under color mixer we have hue, saturation and luminance. So basically hue, saturation and luminance is the brightness of a given color. You can brighten the blues or you can darken the blues of this very image. Then also saturation is the intensity of a given color. You can increase on the intensity of the blues or you can reduce on the intensity of the blues. So for whichever color you select in the image, you can either choose to work on that color individually or independently. Then hue basically is changing a given color. You can change the hue of the blue by moving the slider from the left to the right, depending on the look that you want to go in for. So for this case, hue, when you move the hue slider towards the left hand side, we are making a given color look like a color on top of it, and moving it towards the right hand side, we are making the selected color look like a color below it. So in this case the blues are going to become purples. So that is how hue, saturation and luminance are going to be affecting the image. So after understanding that, we're just going to first of all come and work on the blues. So we're just going to come to the luminance and simply darken the blues just a little bit. Don't overdo this because you're going to be having those halos. So I'm just going to take this down slightly. Then you're going to come to where you see the saturation, and you're just going to slightly intensify on the saturation of the blues, and you're also going to come to the hues and simply make the blues slightly towards the aquas, just like that. So when you feel like you have oversaturated skin tones in the subject, you're just going to come to saturation and reduce on the saturation of the oranges. Remember, saturation is the intensity of a given color. So for this case, we can as well darken her outfit by playing around with the magenta slider, and we can as well play around with the hues of the outfit to our liking. So I'm just going to leave that to around 15. So to make the image pop even a little bit more, we can scroll down to our calibration and change or come to the blue primary. So when you come to the saturation of the blue primary, you can see how it makes the overall image pop even more. But as we're doing this, you can see or analyze that her skin tones are over getting saturated. So we can come back to the hue and saturation adjustments and simply come to the saturation of the oranges and decrease them even more, and also reduce on the saturation of the magentas, in this case, which is her outfit. So you can see this is where we started before and this is where we are right now, before and after. So after doing this, we are just going to go straight into Photoshop to do the next color grading process. So just come and hit open in order to open the image in Photoshop. And in Photoshop, we just want to work on the skin tones of our subject. So the image is now imported into Photoshop. So the very first thing we want to do is, first of all, working on the skin tones. So after you have retouched this image, this is the step that you have to go to. So let's assume that you have done the skin retouching on this layer. So what we do, we create a stamp visible layer by pressing Shift Option Command E. Shift Option Command E for Mac. Then for Windows is Shift Alternate Control E to create a stamp visible layer. Then you're going to come and create a new empty layer and change its blend mode from normal to color. So just want to create uneven skin tones. So even skin tones for the subject. And after changing the blend mode for the empty layer, we're just going to come back to this layer that we created initially and come to select and simply come to subject. And Photoshop is going to automatically select the subject for us. Sometimes it may do a good job and sometimes it may not do a perfect job. So after doing this, come back and select on this empty layer that we created. And we are simply going to come to the brushes, right click and get the brush tool. And make sure the hardness of the brush is set all the way down to 0%. The mode is set to normal, opacity at 100%, flat 100%. And next, we are simply going to sample a color on the skin that we feel the rest of the skin should look like. So for this case, you're just going to sample this color right here. Hold on the Option key on the keyboard and left click to sample a given color. And after sampling that color, we are simply going, so Option for Mac, then hold down the Alternate if at all you're using a Windows computer. So after doing that, next we just want to paint on the skin. Don't mind if at all it is looking awkward or weird. So just paint on the skin. So this step is basically for creating even and uniform skin tones for our subject. So I'll just come and paint on the skin while avoiding the makeup of our client or subject in this case. So the advantage of selecting the subject is because during the painting process that we are doing right now, we don't want to paint our way on the edges or to mispaint on the edges. So I'm just going to do this quick. So if at all you make a mistake, rather you can always come and get the eraser tool right here and make sure the settings, hardness set to 0, the mode is set to brush, opacity 100%, flat 100%, and you can zoom in all the way and erase the colors from the areas that you don't want to be affected by this kind of color grading process. So you can see color looks awkward and doesn't look natural and realistic. So for the brush tool, you can press B once again to select the brush tool. So if at all the color is looking weird or awkward, after this first step, this is what you have to do. Come to the opacity here and reduce on the opacity until when you feel like it is natural and a realistic kind of color or skin tone. So you can see before, after. Now that the skin looks even and uniform, here is what you're going to be doing right now. So if at all you're having so much of the colors in the skin tone, always come to the opacity or to the adjustments and select or create a hue and saturation adjustment layer. And with that done, simply come to the lightness of the red. So select the red and come to lightness and take down the lightness of the reds just like that until when the skin tones look natural enough. So you can see before, after, it has slightly reduced on the intensity or the oversaturated skin tones. Sorry about that. So after doing this is not the last step of color grading. You can as well add a black and white adjustment layer and change its blend mode to multiply. Come and reduce on the opacity. So this tends to calm down and add some contrast to the image and makes the skin look better and realistic. So you can just come and proceed and add some glow or shine to the skin. So come and create a curves adjustment layer and simply scroll down, drag this pointer until when you feel like the highlights on the skin are blown out. Double click on the curves adjustment layer to open up the layer style dialog box and simply come, make sure blend if is set to gray, come to where you see underlying layer and drag the effect from affecting the overall image and stop at the point whereby only the highlights or the brightest points of the skin are affected. Hold down the option key on the keyboard, or you can hold down the alternate key on the keyboard and split this right hand pointer until when the effect blends better into the skin. Select the white layer mask and press Ctrl I, or you can use Command I on the keyboard to invert the effect. With the brush tool selected, opacity and the flat 100%. Make sure you have black and white on these two color swatches. You can reset by left clicking on the tiny swatches. So with white as the foreground color, you can use the arrow keys to switch between black and white. So with white as the foreground color, you can now come and paint on the skin to add this nice and beautiful glow onto the model's skin. So you can see before, after. It has now made the image even look better. One final adjustment layer that you can add is the selective color adjustment layer, and you're just going to come and target the blacks and come to the sun slider and just play around with this slider by moving it forward, and you can even intensify on the blacks, and this makes the image look even better. You can as well come and target the blues and play around with this slider to see what works best for you, and can even darken the blues in this case. So let's see what we have been able to do in just Photoshop. So this is the image before, after. So this is how you can easily color grade your outdoor images when it comes to Photoshop. And if at all you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe if at all you have been watching and you're not yet subscribed to this channel. Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thanks for watching and see you in yet more videos on this channel. Don't forget to keep practicing, keep creating, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.